but it will get me nowhere. So I'm going to start my journey, my story about how I transitioned to a digital nomad lifestyle by sharing with you my background. I'm going to start by telling you about the unluckiest man I know. So this man believed he was unlucky. He had a bright career ahead of him. He finished college, had a degree in commerce, got his first job, but along the way, he encountered roadblocks. He got fired from his first job, had a hard time finding one after. Nothing went as planned. He got knocked down and he didn't get up. He missed a lot of opportunities because he was busy looking at the different direction. He was looking down on himself. And so he settled for a mediocre job. He decided to work as a cab driver. And he got trapped in his own web that he himself had created until the day he died. So he was working late one night. He extended his shift trying to make extra money for the family. And unfortunately, he got mugged. 5 days later, he passed away. He was my dad. I was 11, and my mom was beyond devastated. More than the death of my dad, it's the thought of bringing up 3 children, into this world alone. She felt powerless. My mom reached 2nd grade. She didn't know how to read or write. She grew up in the streets. She didn't know what else to do. Those were some of the toughest moments in my life. I felt like the world has ended. And my sister was miles away. My mom would leave us for weeks alone because she had to work odd jobs. We moved to the slums. We didn't have any restroom or kitchen. It was a very small room. I had to be the mother because she suffered from extreme PTSD. You know, my 2 younger brothers would cry looking for dad, for mom, for food. And I thought I couldn't do anything. That was the hard part. At 12 years old, I faced a lot of problems. I had the world on my shoulder. I thought about how I can help contribute to the family, put food on the table, help financially, stop my brothers from crying. But I was just a kid. But even though I knew I had to do something because I had to. And so I started looking for jobs. Of course, no one would hire me. It would be child labor. And everyone would tell me, it's not your responsibility, it's your parents. But they didn't know my story. They didn't know that I just lost my dad. My mom can't be a mom at that moment. So I did what I had to do. I sold cigarettes on the street. I sold snacks. Everything I could. Until I realized that I'm actually good at math. And I started offering tutoring services to my neighbors' kids. So at 12, I was able to solve a small problem, but more than solving that problem, it empowered me. It empowered me that I can do anything. Even when I initially thought I couldn't, even when people were telling me that I couldn't. And so every time I encounter a roadblock, every time I feel like I couldn't do it, I look back at that 12-year-old girl and I draw strength from her. And I know that I can do anything that comes my way. See, Filipinos are great problem solvers because we're facing problems right from the start. Poor healthcare, water shortage, who here doesn't have water at home? Great entrepreneurs are natural problem solvers because they see opportunities when most see only impossibilities. I kept fighting. I got a scholarship, completed my degree in computer engineering, and I decided to apply for a job in Singapore. Of course, my motivation back then was to take my family out of poverty. Unfortunately, the standard of education here in the Philippines is miles behind. So I couldn't land a job. I took the next best paying job, which is a call center job. But I realized that I hated the 8 to 5 lifestyle. I felt like I was trapped in a routine. I was living only for the weekends. And that reminded me of my parents' mindset. You know, they weren't bad parents. They were just trapped, like most Filipino families. And they felt that they made the best possible decision for their family. So that became a motivation. The first step to get out of the rat race, to get out of the trap, is to realize that you are in one. I knew right from the start that I don't want to be an employee. I knew I was going to Freedom Land, and so that's what I did. So I started looking for opportunities online, and this was back in 2008, when working online was still an obscure idea. So I kept looking, and it was hard. But I remembered this line that I read back in high school. And it said, the people who get on in this life are the people who look for the circumstances they want. And if they can't find them, they make them. And so I found a job as a content writer online. And while I was working at the call center, I would write on the bus, on the train, even on my breaks. I had to work double time. I was the breadwinner of the family. And sooner, I got paid. I got paid for $1.50 per hour. But it validated my idea that I can work online and get paid. A month later, I was working full-time as a virtual assistant. I was working 60 to 80 hours a week because I had to make money. I hustled for 2 years. I learned everything I could. I learned from the experts. I even offered my services for free just so I can learn. And after that, I was able to build my own virtual assistants and social media marketing company. I got rejected. I lost count how many, because I wasn't a native English speaker. I didn't know the culture, they said. But I kept going. I improved my English. I watched reality shows day and night. I read books. I did everything I could. And soon I was getting clients. Fast forward to 2019, I was finally able to achieve time, personal, and location freedom. I built my virtual assistants and social media marketing company, Social Prime, and we have over 50 clients from around the world. North America, Germany, Australia, and we are able to provide jobs for other aspiring freelancers and digital nomads. I'm going to share with you 3 things that helped me achieve this. Be, do, have. A lot of people start the other way around. They keep waiting to have the things that they want in their life before they can be that someone. Things are never going to be perfect. You won't be able to have everything at once. But what you need to do is be that person you want to be right now. Claim it right now. Believe that you can do it right now. If you want to become free, if you want to become a digital nomad, be one. Now start thinking like one. Start doing things like one. And soon you will have all the things that you want. You will have the freedom that you want in your life. Second would be travel. So I've been to 18 countries and over 100 cities. And I am finally fulfilling my lifelong dream, which is to reunite with my sister, who was adopted when she was 5. She moved to the U.S. She got adopted, we got separated. That was, a very big trauma for me. But I'm finally seeing her, flying to her this April. So I'm finally achieving that childhood dream. And I want to empower other people as well, especially Filipinos, people who come from a very difficult background. That's why I started Turbo Nomad, to empower anyone that it doesn't matter where you come from, as long as you know where you are going. To me, freedom is being able to do what you want to do, be with the people you want to be with, without having to worry about money. I also started Virtual Assistant Network Asia because I want to share this dream with other freelancers. There are over 1 million freelancers in the Philippines, but how many of them are actually free? I know that most are still hustling. They're still thinking with an employee mindset, and that's what I want to help change. I believe that travel is one of the best education, if not the best. We hold travel workshops at Virtual Assistant Network Asia, where we invite international experts and participants to learn from them real time while exploring the Philippines. In fact, Ricky was with us, Mitch. Just by doing that simple learning while having fun and exploring, it gives them a different point of view. It exposes them to a different kind of mindset. And that's what I want to keep doing for as long as I can. Lastly, I can't. Eliminate the I can't mindset. Remove that from your vocabulary. I woke up today worried and very anxious, thinking, can I really do it? But now I'm wrapping up my speech. Wow. All right. So, if I can do it, if a 12-year-old girl can do it, if she can solve any problem, so can you. I'm the Turbo Nomad. I'm Kari Javier, and I'm proud and happy to welcome you to the Freedom Summit.
Amazing! That truly deserves a standing ovation.